This is my beautiful friend Rodrigo, originally from Brazil, a long time local of Byron, and practice music. And we used to jam a lot here together. And of course, he is like a brother to me. And there was one time I remember we were sitting nearby the toilet under the pine trees at the near the surf club in Byron with our friend who plays trumpet, Ken.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's this really bizarre young girl came and tried to abuse us. And we were talking to Ken. You probably won't remember this because this is so long. This is like 18 years or something. And I remember she started abusing Ken. And you were there. This is like our early interactions. And the reason I tell you is, there's a point. And I remember I was getting triggered. And I said to her, leave us alone because I don't want to have to get up and tell you to leave us. And she was but I didn't know she had a mental condition. And I was getting triggered. And you know what? The best thing you said to me was like, no, it's okay. Just like ignore. And you kept staying calm, like the way you are, like this, like almost like the same pose when you're playing music here, and then you just close your eyes and then you go doing solo or whatever on the guitar, and just with the same ambience, very peaceful. And you told me to like, don't buy into that. Like now, like the look now. And then I remember just listening to you, and I thought, yeah, this is real friend. This is real friend. No matter what, it's always gonna be. And it's so good to have a friend who, even if you don't know for a long time, they recognize something that is like, don't get into that frequency. Don't get into that frequency. And I'm always thankful to you to that. And since then, you've been a special person in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. And I never told you that, but
Thanks
thank you so much. Yeah, it's great to have friends like that who could pull you and say, don't get into that drama.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful. Grateful. Yeah. So that was that was actually the first time also we both sat together to socialize, and we sat for hours. It was with Ken. Ken was always playing music and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. And how is music life?
Music life, it goes in circles, right?
Yeah.
And I just realized I haven't released anything in 14 years.
14 years. How does it feel?
It feels great. It feels normal.
It's good to get back now.
And that break wasn't. There was no specific reason. I think it was just like, I'm quite an introvert.
Yes.
Especially in terms of music, because they are so personal and they really express, my whatever's inside me. It's so, for me, sometimes really hard to share. I feel very exposed, especially nowadays. If you are, trying to build a music career, you really have to expose yourself a lot.
Oh yes.
And I don't know. And I think also I was playing a lot of gigs that wasn't really meaningful to me. I was playing to the walls pretty much. Nobody in the room was listening. It was just like a background sound that But now, after all these years and connecting with people like you, and so many others throughout my journey and travels, I know that I have a crowd, and I know that they're not in the pub, the noisy, because I'm not an entertainer when it comes to music. I can't be the guy entertaining with jokes between songs, or even my songs, they're quite profound instead of like a party vibe, you know. So I think the break was necessary to find my people,
Yes.
and now I think, you know, I'm, because of the frequency, I'm attracting the more and more the people that are vibrating the same frequency. So
Yes.
okay, now I'm happy to share what I've been writing lately, what I've been
Yes.
channeling. Pretty much that's how I would say. So yeah, it's a new chapter, or just a continuation of. Because also when I look back, I see, and sometimes when I look back at my old songs, like, wow, I wrote that when I was 15.
Yeah.
How is that
Wow.
possible? And I'm still writing about the same things, you know, about here.
What you feel connected to in yourself.
Yeah.
So you said, because you mentioned you've been writing since you're 15.
Actually, my first song I was 10.
No.
I didn't even play guitar yet. My friend played the guitar. He was 11, and when we sat down, we started, you know, creating melody and words, and I was like, oh, this is cool. And actually, that's why I started playing guitar. After that, I was like, okay, I like this. I was happy with the song. Of course, sounds very childish right now, but I was only 10. Come on, that's all right.
Yeah, but Amadeus Mozart composed it, what, 6 or 8? 8, I think he was 8.
Oh, yeah?
The composer of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh, wow.
He wrote it when he was 8 years old.
It makes sense.
Yes. And so there is no way of knowing when to be you know, we can't categorize what is professionalism in being an artist. And there's no choosing with age, because, you know, there are people, children who were born, the moment they start talking, they can't help but to sing. Sing, play drum, play. So don't say, come on, I was there. I don't agree.
Good.
It was like, come on, I was there. It's
True.
great.
True.
Yeah, so what does it to you now? Do you notice the difference between you being an adult, writing as an adult, the sensation that you feel, you know, how does it feel compared to when you were 10 years old? Being now in present adulthood.
Wow, it's fun. Okay, I have a song that I wrote when I was 15.
Yes.
And it's called The Present. Okay, and it's still nowadays, my songs, they talk about this present moment, you know, about being present.
Yes.
And I was like, how is that possible? You know, like so many years, and it still
resonates.
Yeah, and I think for me, and nowadays, the way. So what's different now, especially now, what I'm about to release, is that for the past 3 years, the song that I've been writing, I feel like it's kind of reverse process of writing. I don't know how people write, but I know some even famous artists.
Yes.
That they, you know, okay, I'm gonna sit down now with the guitar and,
yeah,
you know,
start composing melodies.
Yeah, maybe start working on a melody and then bring the words in. And actually, I had this talk with Pete Murray.
Yes.
Once, because we were surfing, and then we have a chat as we're getting changed, and he's like, "All right, I gotta go, because then I gotta write a song." I was like, "Whoa, when do you know? You know, when it's time, you know?" Because for me, I never know. The ideas comes any moment, you know. But for the past 3 years, what I've noticed. For the past 3 years, what I've noticed is that the songs, they come real fast, you know, and it's a very interesting process. It's a very interesting process because sometimes my fingers go somewhere on the guitar neck that I've never been before. It's like, oh, I like the sound of this, you know, and it starts from that, you know, like, okay, and then start playing that, and then the words comes in, and then I'm kind of building structure in my head, but without any plan.
So you're like allowing whatever it comes
Yeah,
and follow that through.
yes. And it happens in 10, 20 minutes. And then when I play and listen for the first time, I get really moved because the words that I'm singing is not something that I wanted to say, but it's exactly what I needed to hear.
You're on the receiving end. It's like, if I could say that, you are allowing to receive the message and you transcribe it through the music. Almost like
And
a
I'm the first.
messenger kind.
That's how I feel like. That's how I feel like. And these songs, it has a very deep impact on me from the first time that I hear them. So the song is not what I needed to say, but what I needed to hear.
Wow.
And so it's been like my own healing, throughout the songs. And I have a particular place where that happens actually,
Yes.
which is under a tree at Noosa National Park.
Yeah.
I have 3 special trees there. They they are close to each other, so I set up the hammock.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I lay down and feel inspired. And the other one, it's just a beautiful view of Laguna Bay. And and I don't know, my explanation, I've been trying to understand everything, what's happening, and I have a very special guitar. It's made of koa wood, koa tree.
What's koa? Is it like,
Koa is a
it's an
tree.
English word, that one?
Koa.
Okay, koa.
Koa.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's English, but I don't think so. It's Hawaiian because
All
it
right.
only grows in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And since I bought the guitar, it's a beautiful guitar, beautiful wood. And I wanted to understand more because I love the Hawaiian culture, and so I went to look up online, and it means the warrior spirit.
Ah,
Koa, that's the meaning
of the word
yeah.
koa.
Yeah. And I like the meaning. One day I had a Hawaiian guy coming to work with me
Yes,
when I was working the surf school.
yes.
I said, "Oh, I'm my guitar is from koa. It's made of koa." He goes, "Oh, the warrior spirit." I was like, "Oh, he knows." So yeah. He goes, "Man, this tree is so sacred in Hawaiian culture." I was like, "Whoa."
It gives me goosebumps. It's great.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, okay." He goes, "Yeah, man, this tree is the only grow on the top of the mountain."
Oh,
I was like, "Okay,
wow.
tell me more about it." And he goes, in Hawaiian culture back in the days, every time they would chop that tree to build canoes that would bring wealth to the family, they would sacrifice life for life. So someone in the family would volunteer to be sacrificed in terms, yeah. And I was like, and then I understood, like, wow, that's the connection they have with the land, and with the whole,
With nature.
with nature, you know.
I was about to say to you, when you say you write the song and then you sit under trees and in a Laguna Bay, that kind of stuff. And I thought, you're talking about deep connection to nature as you receive a message and channel through creativity, through art.
And my explanation is actually, well, this guitar once upon a time was a tree. So maybe they're still communicating. That's my perception.
What an interesting translation. Wow.
Because I cannot really describe any,
Describe,
like, oh yes, I work on this, and no, because I'm not really, I'm not a very technical musician, for example. It's
Yeah.
just, but these songs, I'm very happy with them. It has had a major healing impact on me, and in a few people as well. I
Yes.
notice, when I play them in the right setting. So no, playing for people that
Of course.
drinking beer and watching the rugby game in the
No,
on the
no one's
screen.
listening to that. They're listening to the TV. Yeah.
So, but when I'm playing the right setting for the right people who are actually present,
Yes.
also those songs, those words also touch their heart.
And do you write mostly in English?
In Portuguese as well.
Portuguese.
And I
Yeah.
haven't been writing Portuguese for maybe 15 years at least.
Yes.
And I received a couple of really good songs in Portuguese,
Yes.
which I'm really happy,
Yeah.
because when I go home and sometimes I play, some of my new songs to friends and family, especially, they don't understand the language. And sometimes when I try to translate, it does not have the
Yeah,
same impact.
Yeah. Doesn't carry the authentic message that
Yeah.
carry the emotion.
Yeah. And I feel the latest two songs I wrote in Portuguese, they deserve the same attention, because maybe that's how I need to communicate with my people over there, And I'm so glad to receive them in Portuguese, because it's not only, look, I look up to a lot of Brazilian songwriters.
Yes.
I could name a few, but
Name a few.
I really like Lenini.
Oh, I've never heard of
Like the
Lenny.
way he writes, it's just beautiful, And but the thing is, once I start writing in English, it just became natural to me.
Yes.
Because somehow, I don't know, it felt easier. Because in Portuguese, I cannot write anything up to that level,
Like poetic level, or what? What is the level?
It's not that I can't, but I look up to this guy so much. It's like, so if I don't write anything up to that standards, I don't feel like it's good enough.
Oh, okay. You're comparing yourself in a way, yeah? For good purpose.
For good reason.
Yes.
Looking up to someone is it's also inspiring,
Exactly. That's, yeah.
But in saying that, anyways, any art is, it's an expression.
Yeah.
And it should definitely be shared.
And sometimes maybe we underestimate ourselves,
We do, of course.
We think that we are not good enough. Somebody might say, like, what are you talking about? You know? And can be that the people up there who say to you, don't underestimate yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just finding a new way in the music too,
Yeah.
Like, okay, playing gigs at pubs is not the only way to share your music.
Yeah.
Maybe there are better ways. Maybe there are, people that are actually interested in listening and getting to know more about the artist, or about, all right, what are you talking about?
Well, that's true, because when one time, I love YouTube for this very reason. I used to, and I still do occasionally. I go to YouTube and I search for world music, like it doesn't matter, like it can be in Chinese, like Mandarin, or Cantonese, or Japanese, or like some remote village or hamlets in India or Africa, anywhere, but they have something that is not like a Western performance, not on a stage, and it's just a recording of people singing in the village, to maybe ritual, or maybe it's just two groups of two friends playing with something and they're singing. And I just love the presence and the ambience that it carries in the music, because it's not to perform, not to parade anything to the public. And for that reason, I love YouTube, and that's how I come across many non-English songs. Like there is I think she's Portuguese. I'm not sure, but she sings in Portuguese. Oh my God, Betaria or Betania or Betaria. I can't remember. See, there is a really nice Portuguese song. Sonho meu, da 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 da.
Maria Bethânia.
Maria Bethânia. So,
Maria Bethânia.
yes, I came across her. Yes, I came across her YouTube stuff, and I saw myself there. Like I actually saw myself sitting somewhere next to her, because the video was super simple. She was just on a stage, on a empty, boring looking stage, and she's singing, and no makeup. She's being a mature person, and it's just something that I
Raw.
find, yeah, it's very raw, and I feel like I'm just there in front of her a few meters and watching her, and I couldn't believe I was seeing that, and I thought, this is the music that connects. It's not necessarily just the piece of music she was singing. It was her presence. It was the way of her being that transcends a different thing for me. And I understand why you resonate with not singing for the crowd that is not listening, because it does take great attention to be listening to messages. I mean, that's the best thing about art, is purposeful art. Sometimes it reaches people in a very profound ways, and like I'm not even there to see a direct show, right? Direct live show. It's just through YouTube, but somehow the whole setting, the whole her being on that stage, managed to reach me as her audience. And of course, I'm a big fan of hers. And I go from there, and I go and listen more and more and more. And there's one, a really beautiful, I don't know where she's from, Brazil. She looks like a native Brazilian almost, but like of African descent. There is a song, I think it's in Portuguese. The setting is like in a village. There's mom and dad, and the video music video was so simple. They put the camera on like a truck, like a pickup truck or back of a car, and he goes get his mom and dad from the house, and they start following the camera, singing along the street, with the whole village singing along to the song, and then they just follow the camera and going. And it's super simple, but the song is just so beautiful. I don't know, I can't remember the the melodies in my head right now, but it was one of the most profound songs that I think it's probably become a very famous song. But it was, when I looked at it, wasn't that big yet, but I think it would really be a big song. But that sort of thing reaches me, and I understand why you resonate a lot with that thing. Not every musician create to show. It's more like a pilgrimage of a calling.
Yeah. Good way to put it. Yeah. I could see it that way.
I mean, it's like your meditation, your form of prayer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess you don't worry about, oh, I need to make money, I need to be famous. And this is what I love about the people that come to the podcast, my friends, is they don't come here to be famous, because they go through enough life experience to know that I'm practicing art because it's my calling.
Yeah. And it's hard to put a price tag on that.
Yes. Yes.
It's way bigger than that.
Yeah.
It's actually something that actually, it creates like something that's timeless. you see many of the songs that carry a deep message in them. They are timeless.
And
The composers are long gone now, and we're still singing Bob Marley and John Lennon.
oh my goodness! Please don't get started with Bob Marley. We went to see the. Did you see the Wailers? They came to Brands. You missed out. You were up
We
north.
shows,
You missed
yeah.
out. Oh, my.
I went to see them in Brisbane.
Oh, how did it go? Did you?
Yeah,
You must be so absorbed.
amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's so
but next time they play in Browns, I'm definitely gonna come because it was unreal.
unreal experience.
Wow, the street was packed, and yeah, I think I don't feel FOMO that often, but when I saw that on social media, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that was a vibe.
Do you notice that for me, when I listen to whether it's a famous artist or not, even if it's a local artist, is that I notice a switch in me where the person, the artist, how they carry themselves and they connect with the audience, it affects me a lot. I mean, in a way that sometimes if an artist carry themselves that they don't want to connect and they're like so up there, I feel like I just don't even want to go and listen to their music anymore, even if it's really good music. But the moment I see a person behind the music, I see the way they treat other people, the audience, because we are on a common ground now, music, and doesn't matter if you're the performer and I'm the listener, we are on one common ground. We love music. And so I don't see one being higher just because you're the musician and I'm the listener. Because amongst your audience, they can be professional musicians. And so, but when I see the attitude, it's like not even. It changed the way I listen to their music, and quite often I just like, I don't want to listen to it. I'd rather listen to my friend singing to me and to a lesser audience, and it's more impactful for my emotions. Do you have that experience, or is it just me?
So, I mean, I don't like to, because I know for myself, and I could maybe be mistaken by, I don't know, because I'm kind of introvert when I don't know the person.
Or you're quiet. Yeah, you're very
So
quiet.
like, yeah.
Oh, that's
if-
true. Yeah, you
yeah.
can be mistaken, but that's an assumption. Yeah, based on assumption. That's interesting. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because like I'm quite introvert, and my people might take it as like, oh, he's like, whatever.
Could yeah, there
Yeah.
can be that misunderstanding.
Yeah, I don't know.
When
But
someone
there are, especially nowadays with social media, a lot of people are seeking, attention, and I don't know. I don't think that's the only way.
Yeah, I mean, I just got into Instagram when I start going back to painting again, and my friends, thanks to my friend for encouraging me. Merci, Matisse, for encouraging me to go on Instagram for the art stuff. And the thing is, what is so disturbing is the amount of Instagram users. Some of them like wanting me to follow them. And I'm thinking, I'm not part of your collections to follow. Like, I think it's nice if you follow each other and like really have an exchange on what do we have a common ground here for. Is it art, or is it just to be part of the crowd of a fan? I mean, I think that yes, there is these followers, there's this fan page and stuff, but I think it needs to switch with an understanding that these people are not necessarily your friends. They could be not necessarily your fans. They might become your friends because there's some musicians and there's some really good people that are interested in what you do and who you are. And I don't think we should, I don't know, because it's a social media thing, so creates a separation. Like with any media, sometimes tend to create the separation that, oh, we're the stars, and you're not. And I don't like that thing. I like to think that I want to be friends with you. I want to make new friends because also I lose friends. A lot of my friends are older than I am, and so some of them passed away. So like making new friends. Play more music. Different cultures, different things that I learn as well through that. How's your experience with something separate from music? With this crazy fame on surfing with Loui the dog. So there's a side to Rodrigo that I kind of didn't want to forget because he's very, Rodrigo is very well known in the surfing world for a project. Well, you have a wax thing I'd like to mention. You have this project that you started, this wax thing, but also I would love to talk about you and Louis being the stars.
Louis is the star. I'm just his manager.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like he's the catalyst of this project that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just taking the chance to put my music into that too,
Oh, that's wonderful.
But I said that he's the catalyst because I think the other day I sent a message to the breeder that I got him from, and this was like 7 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So I just want I sent her a message call. I'm not sure if you saw in the news, but Louis was the
winner,
the surfing Australian surfing champion.
Incredible, isn't it?
And then, anyways, and then she said, "Oh, I'm so glad that he went, to a home that could show him a beautiful life."
That's so wonderful.
And then I was like, "It's the other way around. He is showing me a beautiful life, So I think I'm just taking everything that I learned from him, and put it all together in this big project right now. So the songs that I'm recording and been writing for the past 3 years, they all coming to life now, and I'm gonna release the songs as a soundtrack.
Yes.
Of this film that
okay.
I'm putting together a film for. Of course, the hook of the film is the fact that I surf with Louis.
Excuse me.
And and I think it all comes down to the same, to the only thing that matters, because it's not about me playing music or about him surfing. It's about what builds this bond and a strong relationship that I can't even find a name to name it. I had a guy the other day ask me, "What's your relationship with Louis? Is he a brother?" I was like, no, I don't know. I was like, he's not my brother because I don't know what it is to have a brother. I don't have a brother. I'm the only child. Even though I, refer to him as if he's my son, I also don't have a kid. Yeah. So I don't know what's that relationship.
It's just you and Louis.
So, and I thought about soulmate, but somehow it felt short. I was like, it's not actually my soulmate. What is it? And then I was explaining to him, like, look, our communication is non-verbal. So I feel like he's an extension of me. We are one.
Oh my God, it's so adorable. Oh, I'm like anticipating. Oh, it's something more. And then there you see, oh, it's like the best thing. Oh.
So I came up with his name. So, and actually it's the name of the film. One mate.
Oh.
He's my one mate.
Oh, that is going to be so beautiful. So it's like a documentary film that you're
It's
making?
no, I don't really know what's the genre of the film. I can't really call it a documentary.
Okay.
I can give a little
Yes.
rundown of what's going on, what it more or less what you can expect. So it's a film that shows our connection.
Yes.
But it's not a film about him. It's not a film about me. And I use my poetry and songs to tell this story.
Oh, wow.
So there's no, there's no conversation. There's no
Yes.
narration. It's just pure poetry and songs, and everything connects, weaving to each other.
With videos and photos.
With the visuals, yes. And
this is fantastic.
yeah, I'm excited. Because I didn't know how. I mean, I knew that I didn't want to release my songs
Yes.
by making a post on Instagram. I don't have a huge amount of followers.
Yeah.
Also because my account is private.
Yeah. Also, as you say before, it's like not.
It's not my personality, you know.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find a way, because I knew how I didn't want to. Just like I didn't want to, make one post. And so how can I do it? Because the goal with this project, with these songs, and the only reason why I want to release these songs is because I have had experience in the past when I play these songs for a couple of people.
Yeah.
And the words really touch their heart,
Yes.
and I love that. That's what I want. I don't expect anything else from the music, but if I could, inspire someone, or, just make someone reflect or see another way, for example, that's the goal. That's the whole point of the whole thing, Yeah. So how can I make sure that first time, because there's something about the first time of everything you do in life. The first wave, Louis' first wave, there's something about that, because that's the first time that it's so pure, there's so much curiosity, there's so much, and I cannot release the song expecting that you're gonna listen to it next day or whenever you feel like it's the moment to play it. But I guess most people just play in the car on their way to work, for example. There's so many things happening.
Yes.
And this song won't have the same impact because you're not present. And I think if I can put everyone in the same room to watch that film, that's going to be the first time they're going to listen to the songs. There'll be visuals that will lock you in and bring you to the story. And I think that way, the words can...
It's a way to tell a story.
Yes, and I think, the words will be more impactful when you're present, because I've had this experience, and that's why I've been very careful with how I want to release it,
Yes.
So I want to release on a specific day. I have submitted the film to a couple of festivals.
All right.
So there's one.
So the film is done?
The rough version is done.
Okay.
There's a few things, a few touch-ups to
Yes.
do. But yeah, it's done. Like the concept is done. Like the whole voiceover, I just recorded a couple of days ago.
Yes.
With Fernando.
Okay.
Fernando Aragones. Animal Ventura.
Yes.
He's a local musician too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recorded the last song in the film. There's 3 songs, so like everything original,
Of course.
Original songs, original
also,
poetry, and
best thing, there's no copyright infringement.
No, and there's nobody telling me, because actually I had a couple of guys that were gonna help me with the editing, because it's it's I've never done it. I've never done
Yes.
any editing. I always like took the furthest road from editing because it takes time. You know,
Yes. Takes a
it's not
lot of time
simple.
consuming, to be honest.
Yes, so I was always avoiding as much as I could, but we came to the moment that 2 weeks before the submission day, the guy who's gonna edit, and I think he understood my vision. We had this storyboard, but then he pulled off last minute, and I was feeling, man, I cannot just sit for 2 weeks
Waiting.
and come to that day and say, oh yeah, the guy who's gonna do it, you know,
And never done. Yeah.
pulled out last minute. No, I have to do it.
Yeah.
It's my story. I know what I want, and I had all the footages. I have to just look at them all and see. And seriously, when I sat down at the computer and I got in that flow state, I couldn't stop until it was done.
You were just so immersed into it.
Yes,
That's
I don't
fantastic.
remember eating or sleeping. Actually, I don't know,
It's hard work.
all the days. But you know, it's not like it's not.
You don't find it hard.
No,
yeah?
it's like all the days blending to each other, and I was so immersed in that. And I remember, you know, because I had this storyboard, and you know, I cropped a few things out of what I
Yeah.
initially had in mind. You know, okay, this will make more sense. This will keep more interesting, and but I still didn't know how to end. You know, like all right, what do I do now? So everything else had the kind of the poetry and songs telling me what visuals would match.
Wow.
But then I got to the end and I had the visual, but I didn't have the
the poetry
sentence, the sentence to end. And I remember, I think it was 6 a.m., 5 or 6 a.m., and you know, I did an all-nighter editing, and when it came to me, it was same as this every song that I've been writing. When the last sentence came to me, I started crying because then it was just a sentence. I already had the visual, and then it matched perfectly, and I was like, "That's it, that's it." And for me, it was the first time, you know, making a film. I'm getting to know, you know, a lot about the industry now and how everything works. The funny thing is, the film might not even get selected.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter
It
because,
doesn't matter.
2 months ago, it was just an idea in my head
Yes.
without any plan.
And the process of going through that
I'm so in love with the
with life,
process.
with the whole thing, the experience, because it's no one forcing you. You chose to be in there.
Yeah.
And the fact that life redirects you away from this friend who's supposed to edit it
Yeah.
and tell you, no, you do it. It's your journey.
Yeah.
You do it.
You have to
No
do
one's
it.
going to end it for you. You start it, so you finish it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
or maybe even unfinished, because there may be still continues with Loui.
And you know, and I feel like I've been learning a lot, like, you know, with every experience, and with this one in particular, I feel like if you were given an idea, you are the one who have to do it.
This is what Michael Jackson, I was seeing a short video of people saying that Michael Jackson, I mentioned in another podcast talking to another guest before, another guest friend, and apparently Michael Jackson would knock at the studio guy.
3 a.m.
Yeah, you know that story.
Yeah.
It's like, you gotta do it now. It's like, can we do it tomorrow? It's like, no, otherwise God will give it to Prince. And I mean, this is, he can't be wrong, because all artists know this. Mm-hmm. When it's there given to you, you do it because you say, oh, I'll wait, I'll do it. Like you say, you don't want to be sitting down. One day you look back and it's like, oh, my friend said he was going to do it. But
that's not the end of the story there, because I know how I want this story to end.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. And actually, I'm grateful for him too, you know.
Of course.
For saying that, because, you know, otherwise I would maybe would, wouldn't be as, how can I say? Because for someone else to understand another person's vision,
Yes.
it's so hard.
It's almost impossible.
And looking back, there's so many things that I done that is out of my knowledge, but like, okay, I have to do it. I'll do it. Because sometimes it's actually easier than explaining
Yes.
my vision to someone else.
Yes. Yes. I
And
understand.
and I have no problem with learning new skills, and I think I'm understand this about myself recently, that I think I love being a beginner.
It's a great novice. There's novelty to it, being a beginner. But once you have better skill, once you become so astute at these things, make life so much easier. You become more independent as well.
Yeah. And I feel like, for example, if I tell someone that I play guitar for 30 years, there's a lot of expectations.
Oh,
They're going to
sure.
think that I shred on the guitar, and I don't. But being a beginner is so good, because like, you can make any mistake. It's all right.
You're forgiven.
But
You forgive yourself.
Yes, but the best thing about it is like, look at I was working the surf school for many years, and always teaching people how to surf.
Yes.
The first time ever in the ocean sometimes. And I just love the curiosity of a beginner. They're curious about, it's the first time, and that feeling, how does it feel to ride a first wave, And so I'm okay with being a beginner. I love it,
Yeah.
And it's good to, you have more to learn from people that has more experience.
Yes. Yes.
In yeah.
It's great to embrace that, being in that stage in life, because every time that you are recognizing yourself being a learner, a beginner, you don't stop learning, because there's more to learn. There's more to learn, and I think the privilege, or if I could say privilege, or maybe a luxury of being an artist, is that it's being open to learning more and more and more. And because it's your process of becoming a self that evolves, a never-ending evolution, a transformation in a self. It's in our way of wanting to become. And the media exposure for you, because you have a lot of media exposure through the surfing. I mean, you go on competitions with Loui, and the star Loui take you to competitions with him.
I'm using Loui as a way to deliver that message, actually, because he's the one teaching me that,
Yeah. What's the feeling when you go on the competitions and then come out and winning?
Okay, so it was my third appearance in the competition. So I did 24, 25, and 26 so far.
Yes.
But it always started in 23 when I actually saw it. I was in Noosa by mistake, not by mistake, but I don't know. I can't remember what the reason I was there.
Yeah.
And then I saw there was like a surfing dog championship happening. I was like, what is that? Come on. And then I was like, no way. And at that point, I was like, hang on, I surf with Loui. I didn't have much experience,
yes.
But since he was like 12 weeks old, I was taking him to work.
Yes.
When I was still working the surf school.
Yes, yes.
So I was like, oh. And then I went to talk to people, like, hey, I surf with my dog. How can I do this? And how often does that happen? Like, once a year. So maybe 6 months from now, you can send me a message and send me a video as well of you guys surfing, and then we go from there. So then 25, I did again. And then I signed up for 24, but it was massive. It was a big cyclone swell. 12 dogs and the owners competing. And but the reason that I entered is because every competitor gets a rash vest for the person and for the dog, saying team.
Yes,
Loui.
Team Loui.
All right, so whatever team, the the team has the dog's name.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the cutest thing.
It's the
So I was
cutest
like, I'm going to sign up. And even if I don't catch a single wave,
At
I
least
just want the rash vest
It's a
because
song.
one day I want to put on the wall and, I want to frame it.
Yeah,
like-
because it's not you. It's not Team Rodrigo. It's Team Loui.
Team Loui.
It's so cute. So cute.
So that was the reason. I wanted the rash vest. So that was,
Oh, what a simple reason, but I mean, like, channel so many good things from there on.
Exactly. So that was the reason that I, wanted to participate. But on that my first championship, it was just so big. And I was like, I'm not confident to take him out of the back. So only 4 guys took their dogs out of the back. I stayed in the whitewash. It's like, feeling a little bit like, it's all right. It's all right. But I cannot risk putting him in danger.
Yes.
And I wasn't confident, because I wasn't practicing enough.
Right.
Between 24 and 25, I was still living in Byron, and I wasn't practicing much,
Yes.
to be honest. In that year, maybe I surfed with Loui 3 times.
Right.
I did a lot better. I caught some waves, and I wasn't expecting to win. But then 25, I was like, you know what? I was already leaving the truck. And I was like, I'm going to park the truck in Noosa now. Because I want to surf the waves that we're going to surf on that day.
Ah. Yes.
And because the surf in Noosa is, most of the time it's very small and gentle, I started surfing, I think, like more consistently in August 25.
Yes.
In those little waves, even when there's no other, not even longboarders would look at those waves like, oh, it's too small, But I'm on a like 11-foot stand-up paddle with 20 kilos on the nose, so like, all right, this is good enough. So we started doing that, and then I realized that I was surfing. So until the next competition, which was March 26, I only surfed myself 3 times since July until March. And I'm still surfing like 4 times a week, at least,
Yeah.
But always with Loui.
Yes.
So slowly, the season changed. The swell started, picking up. Now there's more people in the water, but you're building our confidence,
And you kind of know the wave the area by nature with the waves because you've been practicing.
Yes. And in my head, I'm not really practicing.
Yeah.
I'm just like
enjoying them.
Because look, what happened is I have a longboard for myself, and I have a mid-length for myself, and I have a stand-up paddle board.
Yes.
That Loui knows is his board, right?
Yes.
And if I pick up any of my boards, he looks sad. He knows he's not coming.
Yes.
When I take the stand-up paddle, he's just like, gets so excited.
Of course.
And I just love that.
And they love the water. Dogs
he loves the water. So then, we started doing that, and slowly, because also, I don't know if you know much about surf culture. There's a lot of like localism, people that have been surfing that spot for many years. And all of a sudden, there's a guy coming with a dog to shed the lineup. And I feel like when you bring a dog to the lineup, some people are like, oh, that's cute. They want to have a chat.
Yeah.
But some people, I think that, the old locals, they look. But at the same time, I feel like everyone takes more responsibility for, man, there's a dog in the lineup now, We have to, make sure, because, some people drop in sometimes and that can cause some accident. So I feel like everyone, becomes a little bit more responsible when choosing the waves. I show respect,
Yes.
I pedal out and I sit down. I'll let a couple of sets go past.
Yeah.
I'm not going to even look at the waves, and then, when I feel, okay, I can catch the next one.
Yes.
I stand up, and then, all right, now I'm positioning myself. I'm gonna catch one of the waves from the next set. You know,
I mean, the surfing industry, the surfing culture is very
Culture.
aggressive, can be very aggressive because you're like fighting for waves.
Mm.
Who can catch it? And
It can be.
Yeah, and it can be, I mean, people fight in the surf sometimes. I've seen it.
know.
I've seen it. It's quite toxic in that way. So,
Yeah. And that's why I like to show respect, because I don't want anyone to like look
getting
at me
hurt
like,
and also.
and I don't want anyone to look at me like, oh man, this guy's catching other waves, you know. And if I feel like I'm catching too many, I have a little pause, you know. It's a lot nicer to pause with him, you know, and sit on the board and you know,
And watching other ones.
watching the sunset, whatever.
Everything,
It's such a
yeah.
beautiful environment, you know. So yeah, we're not really taking it as a practicing sessions, but you know, just having fun.
Yes, yes.
And then of course the championship came up, and we felt like I really felt like, you know, we could win.
Oh, you
I felt
foresee that. That's
Yeah.
great.
I felt we could win, and you know, I had some friends that, you know, I was such a nice surprise when they came to the beach and they actually had signs.
Oh,
It made so like, you know, real, and
it's fantastic to have that support.
yes, and actually I remember having a chat because in the morning I went to the same spot where the competition was going to be in the afternoon, and I was checking the waves, and you know, it's part of the surfing as well. When you do a surf check, you picture yourself on that
Yeah.
wave that you're looking at, you know.
Yes.
And I was like, all right, cool. And I knew a few weeks in advance already. I knew what tide, you know,
Yes.
was going to be at 3 o'clock. So I knew everything, and I was just watching. Then this lady came with a kid, and then I was just watching the waves with Loui, and she's like, "Oh, you're gonna be in the competition today?" I said, "Yeah." I was like, "How does she know?" And then she goes like, "Yeah, I always see you in the water. This is actually the first time I see you on land, so I wanted to come and have a chat."
Oh, that's so sweet.
So even without knowing, we had a massive support from the local people that actually see us on a daily basis.
Yes.
And not necessarily my friends, or
Yeah,
we
yeah.
had a chance to chat ever. So I felt like we really had the support of the local people, and it was pretty magical.
It is. It is. I mean, also the magic to it is that your presence was being acknowledged because you didn't think that, you know, anyone noticed you, and then the moment you're on land, somebody just like, hey,
Yeah,
I know you exist. You know,
Yeah.
I know you and Louis exist. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice. And I love that story of the people, team coming and
Yes.
support you with the banner.
yes. No, it made like seriously. I'm still. and,
What
you know,
does it What does it mean to you to win a competition?
Wow. Okay.
I mean, after
It
3
does.
years.
It
of
does.
doing-
It does. Okay. It does make a massive difference,
Yes.
because now, when people don't know who we are, and I've you know, I've witnessed that many times. People saying to each other. And actually, the other day I saw a girl. We went to a local bar, and I saw the girl telling to her colleagues. So the guy and the girl working at the bar, and she goes, "Hey, do you know he surfs?" And they go like, "What? The dog surf?" She goes, "Yeah, he's the champion."
Oh,
And it makes a big difference, I think, because I mean, I'm still riding that wave. You know, I think if we didn't win, I know, we're just another dog, because you know, I think we were on the news like Channel 7, Channel 9, Channel 10.
yeah, big exposure.
Yeah.
Surfing is a huge thing in Australia.
Oh yeah, and like on the beach on that day, there's like 6,000 people watching. It feels like, you know,
6,000. Wow.
it feels like, you know, WSL and Snapper. I know in Snapper probably is a lot more people, but 6,000 in one small space feels quite. And I get nervous, to be honest. I get nervous because like I feel like everyone is watching me, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But I think especially this year, I was so calm, and I know the waves so well, you know. And actually, we had the best day of throughout the whole festival. That was the best day There was like 3 meters swell coming from southeast.
Oh, wow.
So just wrapping around the headland and just light offshore, just perfect conditions. So I was like, all right, let's have fun, you know.
Enjoy the ride.
And I'm so happy how everything unfolded. Like from the morning surf check, everything. Of course, there's a big crowd. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a big crowd that comes to watch. They come from Perth. They come from Melbourne.
From everywhere.
From everywhere. Wow. They come from Brisbane. Anyways. And all the boards are lined up with the sign with a picture of the dog and sometimes the dog and the owner.
Yes.
Really well organized event. And
I mean, it's a big event.
Yeah.
6,000 people attended on the spot.
Yeah. And then I went there for like 5 minutes, and then I, set up a little tent somewhere else because it's overwhelming. There's a lot of people, And then I went there again. Some people took some photos, some people did some interview, and then we left again. We just like, in our space, just, watching the waves, okay, waiting for the, for the start. And then I realized everyone was actually lining up to take the official photo with the boards and the dogs, and I wasn't there, so I had to rush to yes. And then I rushed to get on the official photo, and right after the official photo, like there was a guy opening the crowd,
Yes.
so everyone could get in the water, and I was the first one, right after this guy, but then he was opening a space like right in the middle of the beach, and that's not the right place to enter. Like because I surf there almost every day, and I always go from the rocks. Like
yes,
it's the easier way to get to the lineup. And then as he's opening, and I see where I'm going, and I was like, no way! I start opening my own track through the crowd, and everyone else went where the guy went.
Oh.
So by the time I, went all the way to the rocks and I paddled out, there was no one out. Everyone's still like, fighting against the waves to go past the waves. And I'm already just waiting for the next set.
Oh my God.
And I caught the first wave. We caught the first wave.
Oh, so great.
And that makes a huge difference too.
Of course. I mean,
Being
catching the first wave on a competition.
Yes, because that wave will set the standards for the next waves for anyone, any of the competitors. But also in that case, 6,000 people on the beach. I'm pretty sure 90% or even more have never seen anything like that. I've never seen like, what, there's a surfing competition for dogs, And so their reaction was the first time that they were seeing a dog surfing on a surf competition or surfing.
Well, I never knew until you that there is a dog competition, surfing dog competition. I knew in Byron, ever since I've been here, that people take the dogs for a surf, and then it's normal to go around Byron, and then because there used to be a guy who goes around Byron with his dog, and his dog has sunglasses on.
All right.
And so becomes an iconic dog. The guy would go in the supermarket, and the dog is sitting on the passenger side with sunglasses on, and people take photos. And of course, like before, it was Surfection, the shop here. It was called Mad Dog Surf.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and all time. And Mad Dog moves from around town near the petrol station where it was. And so, like, I know these bits of Byron, but then you come along with Loui and then introduced me to, surfing dog competition. And I didn't realize it was such a big thing. I know that I saw before the competition, I was watching some, how the reels comes with people filming you surfing with Loui. But then when the competition comes, and I realized, wow, this means something, must mean something to you and Loui, because winning the competition would give a different something. I'm not sure what it's. Maybe it's an exposure. I mean, for sure, media exposure, yes, and in a surfing wall as well.
I had no idea, like that was not.
Because you were not doing it for the media
No,
attention.
no, like I mean, I love surfing with him. It's fun, man. Like it's fun to surf, anyways. But
Yeah.
like, man, if I had the chance to, because I want to surf every day, but some days that's how everything started. Actually, I want to surf every day, but some days are too small. So that's the days that I feel confident taking Loui. And of course, as I do often, I got confident to go in the bigger surf too. But we always do it just for the fun.
So before you came to Australia, were you surfing already in Brazil?
Yeah.
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 So you've always been surfing. And so then what is it like, the experience with, being a surf teacher in Byron for many years? And I mean, you mentioned before that, like the novelty of these people, the beginners, and but from your perspective as a teacher, teaching people, and like, because you're dealing with so many different characters in a nature that its element is more powerful than humans, and so that means there's a risk of danger that you need to like see in advance how to keep people safe, and you're obviously with people that can be injured by surfboard fins or by the side of a board, all sorts of things. Do you ever get nervous that someone might get hurt? Do you,
No, like I actually, use everything starts with, of course, you check, you do the surf check first. So even for the class, okay, I feel that this is the safest spot because of the sandbank. So you look out for dangers even before you make the decision
right?
where you're gonna teach.
Yeah. So you start with all these small, manageable waves.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then everything I make sure I cover. On my speech, I just cover everything, especially about safety,
Yes.
and everything else pretty much straightforward. There's
Yeah.
no, I know, because I was surfing. I was working as a surf instructor for so many years, and I worked with so many people that actually, I feel like my way of teaching, I kind of like learned from the best guys that I had around me, and I made my own way of teaching, and I'm very proud actually of my years of teaching, because I made so many friends for life. I made a lot of them. They still surf. Because for me, wasn't just about teaching them how to stand up on the board.
Yeah.
It's about surfing for me is way more than that.
I mean, it makes people feel confidence as well.
Yeah. So it's like, I was teaching them like the lifestyle, what it means, because surfing is more than riding the wave. That's magic in that. Because actually, it's do you surf?
No, but like what I notice is that I understand when you say it's beyond just riding the wave, because there's techniques that you need to learn, the maneuvers when you need to, it's like art. It's almost like dancing on top of the board, because you have to be the one, like, who's, when you drive a car, you have to steer the car, right? So when there is a sharp corner and you're coming at a certain speed, you have to already calculate in advance how you're going to do that, so that the car doesn't flip over and you get injured, and then the car get damaged or whatever, and other people get injured. And I see, like, I don't surf, but almost like, if I were to surf, that would be the mentality that I apply, because there's a tube, right? You and I'm watching, and I'm watching. There's a tube. You're coming into the wave is sort of open, and then you're riding the wave, and then suddenly there's the tube, and then you have to duck in. You have to like almost like, you have to squat and duck duck down like this to go under the tube, and it's quite an art in itself to see
Oh.
where, for me, like, is he going to come out, is he going to come out on the other end, at the other end of the tube? And then sometimes you think like, oh, they're probably not going to make it, and suddenly bang, he's there. And for me, like, wow, how do you do that to match the speed of the wave so that you can come out and you don't get smashed? But also when there is a big wave, and sometimes it drop to small waves, short waves, like, get smaller and smaller, and then you have to always do the maneuver. You maneuver, so you go back and then go again, follow the surf, and then come back. I don't know, there is this twist of maneuver, like if you're surfing to the left, to your left, right, and the wave's going this way, and then you're facing the beach. And sometimes you have to maneuver the board to come back this way and then go back again that way. It's amazing. I don't think I would ever have that skill. I think for somebody who's skiing and maybe
No,
like
say that.
skateboarding, they probably know how
No,
to do it
don't
better.
say that. Don't say that.
Oh, really?
You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. So that's the thing. For someone that comes to surf lesson with the same mentality, you have to unlearn all these patterns and all these fears, because to be able to ride the wave, and I mean, from the the beginner's day, okay,
Yes.
your first time, and you know, I've seen that way too many times. A lot of people, so with all that mentality, what's going to do to your body? You're going to be nervous. You're going to be stiff. Okay. And okay, let's say you stand up on the board, but probably if you're stiff, you're not going to even be able to lay down on the board because you're going to be trying to keep the board still. But the board's floating in the water, and the water is not still. So then what do you have to do? You just have to relax. And same when you stand up. When you stand up, if you stay stiff and try to control the board, it's not going to work. So we're not controlling the board. The wave is controlling the board. The wave is, you just have to relax and go with the flow. So of course, to get to that level that you're mentioning, you learn, but I think you learn from doing, from watching also other people. But I feel like in surfing, I would like to say we receive the energy, okay? Because the wave started miles away days ago. I've been traveling the ocean the swell has been traveling for many days, for many miles, and what we get to ride is just the last few seconds of that.
That's so true.
That energy. And the energy, we are the one receiving the energy and conducting that energy. So the more you can get in sync with that wave, whatever it's doing, if it's standing up tall and hollow or a little bit more of a face, that's when it's like art, as you said, it's just, you draw your line, but the wave is actually telling you what to do. It's pretty simple.
This is so cool because I have never have anybody describe to a detail where the wave has been coming from miles and miles away for days and days away, and you get to ride the last few seconds of that energy. It's so true.
It is.
It's very true.
It is. And you have to get in that frequency too,
Yeah.
to be able to ride. So you can't be stiff. You just have to relax and look where you want to go. Because if you're looking down, that's where you're going to go. That's where you're going to go. So if you look ahead or where you want to position your board, when you want your board to be, that's where the board is going to go. It's very simple. It feels like your body already knows.
Yeah, I remember playing volleyball for the first time just a few months ago with some friends. I've never played volleyball, and I was just watching. The first time I hit the ball, it went straight out of everything of the frame. We all laughed, and there's like most of us don't play. There's about 3 of them who plays really well, and we have one professional one in our team. we're all from different backgrounds. There's, Portuguese. There is mainly South Americans and French, Canadian, and me. And I was just watching how these professionals do, and they dance. They dance. They just hold the ball. So what we do was lucky. My Canadian friends put the music on while we're playing. And so we were forgetting that we have to be so stiff about it. You put the music on, and so we're
All of a
like
sudden.
this, and I'm like this. I'm dancing, and
Wow.
and then what I realized, it was all the stiffness, is the anticipation here and here. And when I realized, I was just holding the ball and I'm like this, dancing to the song. The next thing I'm hitting, you know how you say, if you look ahead, if you look down, that's where it's going to go. And so my target, that I switch right then and okay, I'm dancing and it's good. I'm dancing. I'm enjoying the music. And I say, I want the ball to go straight to that empty space and they will have to run to catch it. Every time I hit it with that mentality, the ball goes straight on the other side of the net and
See?
doesn't go away from the frame. For somebody who doesn't play volleyball, and it's true. So you see ahead, where do you want the ball to go, and you don't think. So when you hit it, you're targeting, and your hand will just dance away and then hit it to that, because you target, you
Yeah.
see it. That's such a good thing. I think it applies with many things in life.
In life. Applies to the whole life.
Yes, true.
That's
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
If you think about it, man, just go with the flow. I learned so many life lessons from surfing, from my experience in surfing, and even paddling out. If you're going to beach break, you got to paddle hard. You're going to go through all the breaking waves
Yes.
to get past them,
Yes.
But when you get past them, wow, what a magical place. That's when you see dolphins, then that's when you meditate.
How often do you swim with surf with dolphins around you? Too often.
Too often.
It must be a magical feeling.
This place here, Byron, Noosa, we're so lucky.
Yeah.
We're so lucky,
Have you ever come across really close to whales surfing?
Yes. Mostly like just going for a paddle with Loui, actually.
Yes.
On a flat day. Yeah, I had
And
encounters
it's
with
winter
whales.
time now, so they'd be around.
They are around already.
Yeah.
I've been seeing them every day. Yeah, it's a special time
of the year. Yeah. With the wax thing that you created, that wax with the bamboo thing, you say that it was picking up in Europe a lot. How is that? Do you still have that business?
Yeah. So that's my brand, Wave Walk.
Well, what's it called?
Wave Walk.
Wave Walk.
Yeah.
Can you share with us?
Yeah. So I designed this product to be the main product to actually introduce the brand to the market.
Yeah.
And the whole idea behind this first one and everything else we're gonna do after that, and everything we're doing after this one is have sustainability in mind, of course, because as a surfer and I love the ocean and I love the environment and I want to protect as much as I can. The idea to start this brand is to have an alternative product for the surf industry, because as a surfer, I see so many of the big surfing brands, they do not care about the environment. They're not aligned with surfing at all.
So what does this product make a difference to the environment?
It makes a difference because mainly the comb that we use nowadays is made of plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic. Yeah, that's
and it's
right.
very cheap.
Easily manufactured.
It's sold for $5, and I'm sure it costs like only a few cents to manufacture. It's still a big profit markup, but you lose them all the time when you buy a new one because it's only $5.
See,
and there's more plastic.
Yeah.
that's going to end up in the ocean. So I wanted to create something that, first of all, is not plastic, but also that you're not going to lose it. So the idea was the comb, the scraper.
Yes.
That was the first idea. But then I was like, okay, this has to be part of something else. And we also, any surfer, have the challenge of dealing with melted wax in the car because the car gets hot in summer. And you buy the wax in a cardboard package or whatever package. And, it doesn't hold the heat. So I designed this, little container, bamboo box where the lid is the comb and scraper. And because it's made of bamboo, it holds
the whole thing's made of bamboo.
Yeah, so it doesn't really hold much heat.
Yes.
So
so you designed the wax yourself? You have the wax product yourself?
Yes,
as well?
yes. That's the first one. We're gonna release the new product in this year.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
As I have so many other projects.
Where can people find the wax? Where can people purchase it from? Do you have an online shop or anything?
Yeah, online shop. There's a few shops stocking them.
Yes.
Along the east coast of Australia, but
if they want to buy like directly from an online shop, where do people go?
wavewalk.surf.
Wavewalk.surf. Okay.
Yeah, there's no .com. It's just .surf. And wavewalk.surf for Instagram as well is the same.
Yes. Okay.
Same domain. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Find out more.
Yeah. What's when do you plan to release the album?
It's not it's not going to be as an album. It's going to be more. It's going to be like the soundtrack of
the movie,
the film.
Fantastic! Well, everything goes in like one package. Full.
Yeah, it's one package. Yeah, everything connected. There's more things connected.
Yes.
I might just keep it as a surprise.
Yes.
But the surprise would be at the end of the film.
Oh,
I'll tell you what the surprise is going to be at the end of the film. So.
Actually, I would like you to come back and talk about the film later on. Once you put it through festivals, just to share the experience of your experience going through the festivals as a filmmaker and all that. I'm really curious because like art form, any kind of art form is just really interesting for me. Whether you're a filmmaker, you're an actor, you're a poet or a fictional writer or someone who write biographies or autobiography. I think this is the art through words is so fantastic, just as fashion designing. I mean, even the surf wax, the whole thing that like the necessity that brings that idea. The necessity to be friendly with nature, to be friendly with the environment brought that idea. It takes a lot of creativity as well to how do I project as a friendly product.
Yeah. And, that was my first time doing that too.
Yeah, that's a great first time and it's nice, isn't it, to be creative?
No, and it can be any other way, of course. The voice in our heads telling, "Oh, but never done it." You're not a businessman.
Yes,
you're not this.
Course.
You're not
my
that.
God!
And I'm still not a businessman.
I'm the same. I'm the same with you. Like so many down talks in my head about but you don't have the experience. But like the podcast, the podcast. I mean, it hasn't started long. It's like 2 months now, a little bit more, and it was not. There was no plan, no picture. It was just one day I sat with my friend, who could easily be my nephew, and we kind of play music. He comes to jam here a lot, and I said, I was just thinking, every time I speak with him, it's like with you, like ideas, like musical ideas, and I was saying, you need to start music theory, so you need to start teaching guitars, but don't teach just like anybody. It has to be this way. This, and I was like putting ideas, and he's very open. So that's just really fantastic to have a conversation with someone who's creative, and we throw ideas around, not stingy about ideas, you know. And he's like, yeah, but I don't have experience. I say, yeah, nobody has experience. They start with something, and so we just keep going back and forth for a few days, and then he comes to understand that what he has is really good, and he started teaching, and like no problem. He just gets students, like really good students and permanent students too, straight away. And then I said to him like, oh, because of the gossip that we have, like good gossip like this, talking about ideas, I think is the best gossips. So I thought maybe if we could just continue with this gossip, I thought to myself, if we could just continue with really good gossiping like this, maybe somebody else would value those life experience, especially because Byron is an intersection of, you know, artist hub in a way, culturally very different to the rest of Australia, known for its hippie culture or whatever it is, or some people are very degrading of Byron with their opinion. And the fact that it's a meeting point for anyone from around the world. And I thought, wow, it would be so interesting because, you know, like then if I just get friends to come and speak with me, share experience with me on art, maybe life or maybe culture, I say to him like, maybe if I should do a podcast. He's like, yeah, could be. And the thing is like he did podcast, but he didn't tell me. But he was just supportive of me. Okay. And he said, I could be very good. And so about 2 or 3 days later, I said to him, would you be my first guest? Because because I couldn't think of anyone else first. I thought of so many people, and I always him coming back to my head. And I thought, why do I think of him? Then I realized, of course, he's like the age bridge. That he's 24. He's just transitioned from the teenager into he's just an adult now, but he's not so old with life experience, but he's got this, he's just at that intersection. It's just perfect. And
Yes.
I don't know, I just saw it like that. That was enough explanation. Funny enough, he said yes. And then like I say, so we start soon. And 2 days later or so, we are sitting here doing the podcast. And every time I ask someone, I'm doing this project, do you want to come? And I just get the support. And it's been really profound learning for me. Because a lot of my friends, I don't catch up. Then they come here and tell me about the gossip about the project, their ideas. And it's like, okay, this is what's happened to life. This is what's happening with life. We don't catch up. We're busy living. And then I get updates, but also the shared experience, the shared stories is what I think make us so human.
Yeah.
Because we don't, I mean, this is usually it's an unedited, unmapped, raw conversation, and I really like. I would really like to express that I appreciate. I appreciate the presence that you bring, and then the experience that you share, because I mean, this is the longest time we've sit down and chat about life and art. I mean, yeah, we're in the music scene a lot, but we don't chat like this. And also, I didn't see you for many years because you went up north.
And thanks for creating this space. This
Oh,
is very
it's a
important,
pleasure.
you know.
It's a pleasure.
And yeah, I have a few people in mind that you could be interviewing too.
Well, I would. As I say to you, they are welcome. You know, you probably know now what kind of people will probably
Yeah.
enjoy
And,
this.
and you know, like people that are living with a purpose, you know.
Yes.
Because you started this with a purpose, and
Yeah.
that's what you're attracting.
Yeah. I like that the fact that they understand. You know, this is not a famous platform. It's just started. But the fact that my friends say, yeah, I don't mind. I'm not
You
doing
don't
it
have
for,
to,
I'm not doing it for that.
No,
Lucky if,
we can all go together,
yeah.
We can all grow together.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And so now, because you haven't done gigs, are you thinking of going back to gigging again in some certain places? Are you looking? Yeah.
Possibly, because throughout my music journey, I had some really nice venues that I really felt like, wow, really nice sound, really nice crowd.
Yeah.
I remember I played a gig in Berlin. This was, I think, it's the one that I always remember because it was very intimate room.
Oh, wow.
And even the silence between songs after the clapping was very like, whoa, you could hear the buzzing of the microphone. Like, wow. But it was nice. I felt like everyone, was really present and really, you know, um, participating by listening.
Did you gig a lot in Brazil? Did you play a lot?
Yeah,
Perform?
yeah. I had a band in Brazil. Had a
How many
band
pieces?
like four
Oh, yeah.
4-piece band. Yeah,
So there's you vocal and guitar and what
yeah.
else?
Had another. I had a few bands in Brazil, but like one that was the
Okay.
most serious. There was another girl singing. She was singing the majority of the songs.
Okay.
Uh, we playing covers,
Oh, yes.
Another guy on the drums, and he would play the flute sometimes.
Okay.
And another guy on the lead guitar.
Okay.
Amazing musician, songwriter. Then moved to Australia. I had another band here playing also Brazilian music, mostly covers. My actual original songs journey started, I would say, around 2010. I was writing a fair bit already, and then I met some guys that they were playing the gigs as a band. I started playing that band, just playing melodic and percussion.
Yes.
But I was also the one opening the gig.
Okay.
So I would have one set to perform, like, I had like 40 minutes to perform my song. So like,
Yes.
and I had enough songs to
Yeah.
fill in. And that's when I started throwing my originals, a couple of covers, and then slowly growing to like a, hour and a half set with 90% original songs.
That's
I had a
great.
good fun, like,
Yeah.
I remember I did a tour in 2013, all yeah, from Sunshine Coast all the way to Melbourne,
Oh, wow.
along the coast. It was really nice to play Melbourne. Melbourne is a very creative
Great
city.
hub of art.
Yeah, it was really nice, and how people, like, because who is this guy? Because even though, I mean, the city is still like they have that, someone that they like to see. Or actually, there was a local guy who brought a lot of his friends, and he was opening for me in his, you know, hometown. I was like, whoa, man, this is huge.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that year I did a lot of radio interviews, like started with BFM and also ABC, Gold Coast. That's when I released. Well, that was 14 years ago when I released my EP with, I think it's got 3 songs in there. Yeah, and I'll record it really simply. I had a friend who was studying sound engineering here in Byron, and I was about to leave. So that's the thing. Whenever I have like a deadline, I get things done. Otherwise, I keep just pushing to the next day. But he said, "Man, let's do it."
Yeah.
So I need to record this before I go. He goes, "All right, let's do it." So
That's great. Got it done.
yeah, so he just brought his interface. I was living in the van at the time, in my
Right.
first van, Blinky, and I just parked the van at my friend's place
Yeah.
in Ocean Shores, South Golden Beach, and he brought an interface and stage microphone. Wasn't even a professional
Oh
microphone.
wow.
And we did something that, it's all right. It's I'm very happy with the result, considering the challenges of how it was recorded. But yeah, so that was the first thing, and I released it. That was the early days of Spotify and everything.
Yeah, those
I
days
don't,
was
yeah,
really early.
I don't really push too much. Even my music Instagram profile is private, but that's all right. Now I found another way to share. I think it's going to be more powerful.
Yes.
It might grow slower because nowadays everything goes really fast with social media, but I might just I'll go slow but deep.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow. That's so nice. Do you go back to Brazil often?
I'm going in 2 weeks after 4 years, so I don't go that often.
What's the first thing that felt so impacted when you first arrived in Australia, whether it's food wise or language wise or mentality wise or the way people dress maybe?
I remember as if it was yesterday. My first day here, my friends picked me up from the airport. That was in Sydney. We went to Northern Beaches in DIY.
Yeah.
I was going to stay with them for a couple of weeks until I find a place, a room, and so I just left the things. He goes, "Hey man, let's go to the beach. There's some friends there, I want to introduce you to them. They're really cool guys." So as we left the place and we stepped into the pedestrian crossing, and the guy stopped. I was like, "What?" For me, it was such a new thing. The guy stopped just because, I'm about to cross the street. And I remember that feeling. That was like, that was a switch inside me. 'Cause I was like, all right. And that moment, I remember thinking, I want to raise my children here. Because I felt safe just by that, the moment of respect. Because I felt like, wow, the guy is, so respectful. He's stopping for me to cross.
It's a
like
respect.
like take care of each other.
Yeah.
So that was the meaning, and then what made me realize, okay, I want to raise my children here. And that was 20 years ago, and I had that thought. And okay, that's where I'm staying. And I did travel the world. I tried to, see if there's another place that feel the same.
Yeah. And how did you discover? Nowhere like here. Nowhere.
Everywhere is beautiful. Everywhere is
Yes, for
beautiful. I
sure.
mean, more and more I see my community in other places too.
Yes.
But it is special. It is special.
Also because you build your relationship with the nature, like through surfing.
Yes, yes.
You connect in a special way that gives you really beautiful
Yeah.
time and self-discovery in some ways as well.
Yeah. I think that was a massive shift when I moved to Byron, because I was in Sydney for
Right.
about 6 years.
Or
Yeah.
6 years you were in Sydney. Wow.
my
So what's the
my
shift? What's
journey-
the shift that you remember? First thing when you
Massive. First of all, I bought a van because I was playing those gigs
yes.
with this Aussie band, and we were playing gigs in the South Coast. So like 2 or 3 hours south of Sydney, around Wollongong, Kiama, all these places. So I bought a van to have a bed after the gigs because I
Yes.
was always like rely on someone, on my friends, to stay at
Yeah.
that place and stuff. So I bought the van, and then soon enough for summer, I was like, what if I save some money this summer? Move out of my room and stay in the van, see how it feels. And the feeling of freedom that the van life gives you is just unmatched. And I was like, okay, I I want to see that. I want to have this experience in my life. So, of course, I was still in the Northern Beaches in Sydney and working kind of 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Um, I went through a lot of bullying at work.
Oh.
Yeah, tough. A lot of racism, which I wasn't used to. But, I have an accent,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, anything. So, anyways, I remember having a really hard time for many years, actually.
Mm.
For many years until one day I was going to Indonesia on a holiday, and I was like, all right. And I promised myself I wouldn't come back to that same job.
Mm.
Even though I didn't quit, I said to myself, I can't do this to myself anymore,
Yeah.
I'm not happy. And then went to Indonesia, and I got my wallet stolen from my pocket, and they spent the money that I had in my account. So when I got back, I had no money, and I had to go back to the same job that I wasn't happy. And then I remember I worked 3 days. I got $450 in my account. I'm still gonna receive the money that was stolen from my account, but I don't know when. These things takes time. And I had $450 in my account. I was like, you know what? In life, you need to have one of the two. If you have both, it's great. But either you have money or you're happy. If you have money and are happy, you can still do something and maybe work your way around. If you're happy, that's great. Even if you don't have money, you can also create something.
Yes.
But I had none. I wasn't happy and I had no money, but I had my van, my guitar, and my camera. I was like, I know where I feel happy. I had been many times to Byron Bay. Why am I not there yet? What am I doing? Because I was still living my old pattern.
Yes.
I grew up in Sao Paulo,
Oh,
big
okay.
city,
See.
so Sydney is not that far. Sydney still, you have the city mentality,
Of course.
and everyone is chasing the same things. And I was in that kind of
Chaser.
chasing the same things until I realized, like, hang on, man, that's not what I'm here for. And I start driving the coast up to Byron, thinking, if I can't get a job, I still have a camera that I know how to use. I can take good photos and make some money. And I can still sit down the street with my guitar and put the case open and get some coins I can eat, and I can eat for the day. That was like, just, all right, just go. And the rest is history, huh?
Wow.
I got here with not much, and I still have nothing. But what a journey. What a beautiful journey, like.
But the great thing is you're not unhappy.
No, I cannot be unhappy. There's so many blessings, and of course, there's so many challenges too. But how do you look at those challenges? Is that pushing you forward or is letting you down?
Yes.
If it's letting you down, you have to change something.
Yeah, but that's also when I saw you again after so many years, because you moved away, and we saw each other. You just happened to be in bar, and I happened to be by the beach, and we have that really good chat as well. Not as long as this, but that also gave a window to me on the transformations that you went through, because you touched on a very personal journey, and how you never let go of music as well, and you actually progress to creative level even more, because then you did the comb, the wax thing, and you gave me a story to the whole thing, and I remember coming home and I thought it's really nice to not see my friend for a while, and when I do see him, he's gone through a lot of life things happen like I am, but the fact that you didn't let yourself down. So when something happens, when there's a challenge, you don't look at it as a problem. You take it as a challenge and then use it as a stepping stone to go up, to go onward, forward. And it's really beautiful. And the fact that it channels through creativity is just fantastic.
Yes. And I feel very, very blessed too. Because look, I'm still here in Australia telling this story on your podcast because of surfing, because that's how I got the visa, through the surf school.
Sponsorship,
Through the
on a
surf.
skilled migrant visa sort of thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
So,
great.
and I remember I had many people telling me, oh, you should do this, you should do that. The way to get the visa, you have to become a chef, for example.
No, not that
I
way
was like,
for you.
man, it's not me,
Yeah.
So like it's, I think the lesson I can take from this is when you follow your heart, you can't go wrong. Because when you follow your heart, you're actually speaking that language, and that's the language of the universe, and the universe provides, because the universe is always like,
Yeah. But you also have to be prepared to receive it.
yeah, you just have to be open, and to receive whatever you get, because not always you're gonna be, like, oh well, hang on, what can I do with this? Because I've been presented, and even right now, I have been presented a situation that, okay, I don't know how to deal with this now. What is this teaching me right now? And it's actually a very good reason for me to, stop doing everything that I'm doing right now. But I cannot, and I will look at this thing later on when I have more, where I have digested a little bit more, because life is not linear. It's like the ocean.
Yeah, it has its
Yesterday was beautiful and glassy and no wind, and you look today, it's choppy and messy. So you gotta.
It's that awareness that where you don't make, when we're happy, and we make a mistake of making promises, because we're happy, in a happy state, we make promises, and then when we are angry, we make decisions so quickly rather than just wait. I'm angry. Wait, I'm angry. I know I'm angry, and I'm like, I'm gonna cut this off or whatever. No, don't do it. Just wait till. If you're gonna cut something off, wait till the storm calm down, and then you can have this space to reevaluate and say, okay, where is the benefit of cutting it down? If I do cut down, where does it go from there? Down or up? Onward or backward?
Creating this space. That's it. That's what you said. Creating this space is the key, because everything's so noisy nowadays, and it's easy to get stuck in the noise and get lost. So create this space. You know how to create yours, and just listen. Just listen. And, all this comes back, I'm very fortunate to have been experienced this, last 7 years of my life with Loui, it's a non-verbal communication. So there's a lot of listening, a lot of understanding and body language, and, a lot of lessons to be learned.
Yeah, because we humans, we have to constantly express, like I spoke earlier, like with the relationship with another human, we have to always I want attention, so you have to say I love you, I still love you, I still love you, and then if you don't speak, then what's wrong? Don't you love me? Where with Louis, you and Louis, it's a different kind of
Yeah.
interaction. There's no word needing to be said to say we're still here for each other. I'm here. Don't you worry.
Exactly. And I feel like as we get older, we collect not only experiences but also a lot of not so good experiences
Yes,
that
for
might
sure.
that might shape us in the way we are right now. And so I think there's a certain point in our life that we are so influenced by the environment,
Oh, for sure.
and we forget who we are. We forget where we came from. So I think I mentioned Louis because um, he's close to me all the time. But like not only a dog but children. I think children, they have that so strong in them because that's how we were as well once upon a time.
Yes.
And the kids, because they haven't been influenced by the environment as much, they are so close to the source, so much closer than we are. So, that's
I,
it.
I always thought that children and dog remind me of one common thing. They're so low to the ground that their intuition is so much stronger than us adults because we reason too much to be happy. Just to dance, we have to calculate. Some of us like worried about, oh, but they're gonna watch me, oh, but they're gonna judge me. And we calculate all of that, the presence of others, but instinctively we feel the beat, we want to dance, but we wouldn't get there. We wouldn't get up and just dance without worrying that somebody's watching us. And it's hard to practice this, to not worry, that to dance without worry. With a child, you walk around with the child, you go to the market, you see a child walking with the parents, somebody's playing live music, the beat's good, the child is connected. They're the very first person to stand and watch, and like they just started dancing without worry. So I always say children are happiness without reason.
It's so connected. It's so
They are.
connected. I feel like, but we still we came from that. We came from same source. For us to be here, our parents, they had to make love. So
It's
we
true.
come from love,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we just have to unlearn a lot of things to go back and
Yeah, we are conditioned by
Yeah.
by societies, whether it's morality or traditions and that sort of stuff, that we kind of feel like when we go to certain places to start a new life, quite often we still carry, some of us carry our behavior from home, and we look to connect only with the people we are familiar with from home, from
Yeah.
our culture,
Look
because
the
it's
same.
too challenging to adjust to something new, because we feel I may not be able to do that without my support system from the familiarity that I know from home. So then some of us stick with our own people, exclude ourselves in a separation, that, oh yeah, but this is
Yeah.
us, this is what we know. But rather than just like, oh, I'm going to find my way so I can be adaptable to whatever environment I have to be in, even though it's a different culture, different food, different everything, language. And I think the skill to adaptation, it helps people to integrate into a new environment, a new learning. Then it like open a space of growth within an individual, I think. And if I think that it's like I wouldn't want to be coming all the way to Australia or going somewhere else, and I'm still stuck in my home island habits in my childhood that doesn't fit to being here. Not that I need to fit in. It's just hard for me to fit in any places. So because I'm already so different, I feel also people look at me, they cannot place where I come from. I mean, if I meet Brazilians, they just automatically think I'm Brazilian. If I meet someone from Italy, then so it's nice to feel belong to any place. But the thing that I learned about it is being able to be open. Because that kind of is probably one of the best things to be able to be. It's just, you see people, and when you're an open person, you see people as just people like you, like just nice people. You always find the people that in the same frequency will connect, and they're really nice people. I've really been really lucky to meet a lot of nice people from everywhere. I think Byron also being, it's a rural area. It's a very small town. We walk from one end to the other within 3 minutes. And the only reason it takes long to get from one end to the other because we know each other and we're supposed to say hello and have a chat. Otherwise, it's such a small place for a huge international tourist destination. And Byron is so special in that way that it connects us. Like, that period of us as a big family. That was a very nice period.
Yeah.
And I think it can't always be like that forever. Everything has its end, has its start, and it's just moving into a new chapter. But it's really wonderful to reconnect and to still connect. Really, I can't wait to forward to the next episode with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thank you.
Then we'll see on how it looks like.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Afterwards.
Thank you so much. I know, like you're up north, and it takes us like a few weeks to arrange for this, but it happens, and I'm so glad.
In the right time.
Yeah. So you finished with all the recording?
Yeah, it's all ready. We're looking for screenings first before making available online.
When's the screening, you think?
Hopefully in August.
Okay. Oh, that's not far.
It's not far, but I still don't have the answer if it has been selected or not.
Okay.
So there's
So what festivals have you submitted to?
Noosa International Surf Film Festival.
Okay.
And another one is called Top Dog Film Festival.
Oh, okay. I've heard of this one. What about Byron Surf Festival? Do they have film?
I mean, look,
submission?
I only submitted the rough version because I have to do some touch-ups.
Yes.
And replace the recording of the last song, which now it's being finished as we speak. So once it's the final version is done, it's going to be next week. Then I'll be applying for more festivals.
Oh yes. Okay.
So that's the plan for the early stage of this new venture. But I think everything's going to be on onemate.life.
Onemate.life.
That's the website.
So
for the
you
film.
mean OneMate is you mean ONE?
ONE.
Okay, ONE.
Mate.
Yeah.
MATE. .life.
LIFE or VE?
FE. Life.
Life. Okay.
So it's gonna be everything's gonna come together on that website. And I don't know when I'm gonna release the film online.
Yes.
On the platforms online. I still don't know, because a lot of the festivals, they like exclusivity.
Oh yes, yes, yeah.
So they like to be exclusive for the film when they're screening. So it shouldn't be available online, any platform yet. But soon.
Oh, I'm really glad. Music, filmmaking, photography, surfing, surf product.
Yes, which is actually,
It's endless.
that's we allowed everything to happen, right?
Yeah, you have to allow. But that's the thing with life. It doesn't force. It's allowing. It's allowing. I think when you force it, it's just you carry the burden of stress.
Yeah. It's not worth it. It's not good for our body.
No, I don't think so. Same thing with relationship, with friendship, with anything.
Yeah.
You
Shouldn't
don't
be
force.
forced.
Yeah, you let your friends live their life, and if you're meant to be friends, they'll be here again.
Forever.
It's friends forever. I mean, I was talking to my friend last night. I haven't seen him for a whole year, and I thought he was coming back because he teach skiing in Australia during winter. This time, no news. He didn't say whether he was coming or not, and I've been playing his guitar, practicing on his guitar, and I call him. We call each other, and he say he's not coming. He's just, I don't know, this time I decided not to come. But we speak. It's weird because it was on the phone. We speak like this, like it feels like he was right next to me, speaking person to person, and then we still tell the same stupid jokes and stuff. But that's the thing with friendship. You don't force. You really don't force, because you have to allow. I don't know. The whole year, I only hear like 2 times from him. One is in writing, and then the second time is to talk. But this is fantastic. I like it. I like it the way it is. It's very organic. You know what we say in Byron? Don't panic. It's organic. Don't panic. It's organic. It's an old classic one. Anyway, you're like the. Do you ever consider yourself a hippie? Did anyone ever call you hippie because you wear the long hair? I get called hippie because sometimes the way I dress and I play drum.
I'm sure.
I actually wear it with pride now.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I am in my heart,
Yeah.
I am so many things.
Yeah.
We can be whatever we want, and
It's
as
Byron.
long as we're happy.
Yes, that's true. I agree.
100%.
Irmão,
Irmã.
obrigado.
Irmã.
Thank you so much.
Muito obrigado.
Thank you.